People with sociopath friends? Why are you friends with them? Growing up, Ash was the kid everyone whispered about. Never cried when hurt, never laughed right. His face stayed blank during movies that made others sob. The diagnosis came in 8th grade. Antisocial personality disorder. Teachers kept distance. Parents stopped inviting him to birthdays. I only stayed friends with him because we lived on the same street. When high school started, I joined the basketball team, desperate to escape being the weird kid's friend. For the first time, I belonged somewhere. I ignored Ash between classes. Once, I even laughed when teammates called him Robot Boy. The shame burned, but I smothered it. Everything changed when Dax became team captain. His first target? Me and my psycho friend connection. My grades plummeted. My mom threatened to pull me from the team unless I passed midterms. Ash appeared at my door with color-coded study guides. Your academic failure affects my routine, he explained flatly. You walk home with me on Tuesdays. If you're at detention, my schedule changes. No judgment in his voice, just logical problem solving. For 3 weeks, he patiently explained equations I couldn't grasp. Never sighed when I made the same mistakes. Just methodical persistence. I passed with a B+. I didn't mention Ash's name to anyone. The day after midterms, I found my backpack soaked in toilet water. Dax and his friends laughed nearby. Still hanging with a robot freak? Dax smirked. I showed up at lunch with wet books. Ash sat at his usual table, precisely arranging his food. Without comment, he tore out his immaculate notes from every class and pushed them across the table. You need these more than I do, he said. I memorized everything. Championship week arrived. Dax cornered me in the locker room. End your friendship with that freak, or you'll never play in the championship. That afternoon, I told Ash we couldn't hang out anymore. Is this your optimal choice? He asked. Yes, I lied. He nodded once. Then it's logical. The championship game arrived. We were down by 2 points with seconds remaining when Dax's pass sailed toward me. Then I spotted Ash in the stands, the first game he'd ever attended, still supporting me despite everything. I missed the shot deliberately. Dax exploded afterward, shoving me against the lockers. His fist connected with my eye before coaches pulled him away. The next morning, the principal called us both in. Security footage showed Dax stealing test answers. An anonymous tip. Dax was suspended and removed from the team. His scholarship vanished overnight. 2 weeks later, I heard screaming from Dax's house. I found him on his porch, face bloodied, his father standing over him with a belt. Without thinking, I pulled him away. Why help me? He asked as I cleaned his cuts. I ruined your life. My door opened. Ash walked in with a first aid kit, movements clinical as he treated Dax's wounds. Your father has assaulted you approximately 16 times, Ash said calmly. I've documented each instance. The police are en route. Dax stared in shock. How did you? Bruising patterns during swim class, flinching at loud noises, long sleeves in warm weather, Ash listed. The statistical anomaly was obvious. That night, as police took Dax's father away, I finally understood. Ash had been protecting both of us all along. Me from Dax, and Dax from his father. People still call him robot and emotionless. They'll never understand that while we feel empathy but often fail to act, Ash feels nothing, yet chooses to help anyway.
What's the most messed up reason someone's ever said, I love you? I'd been working at Westlake Pharmaceuticals for 3 years when Jason transferred to our department. Charming, brilliant, and unexpectedly attentive to me. The quiet lab tech nobody noticed. Our first date was coffee. By our fifth, I was telling him things I'd never told anyone. How I developed our company's experimental sleep medication. How I worried about the side effects I'd documented but my supervisor dismissed. 6 months in, Jason surprised me with a weekend getaway to a mountain cabin. Under stars and whiskey, we talked about childhood dreams and adult disappointments. He asked about my work, my access codes, my documentation on those side effects. For the next 2 months, he was always there, bringing lunch to my lab, helping me work through research problems, listening to my concerns about the company possibly shelving my breakthrough drug. The night before our big presentation to the board, we worked late. I was stressed, doubting everything. He held my hand across my desk covered in research notes and security badges. I need to tell you something, he said, his voice suddenly serious. I love you. The next morning, he and my research were gone. Security footage showed him downloading everything at 3 a.m. By afternoon, our competitor announced a breakthrough identical to my work. When I got home, I found only a champagne bottle with a note. Thanks for the passwords. $12 million to say 3 words. Worth it.
My girlfriend texted, I'm 8 weeks pregnant and you will pay child support for 18 years. I responded, let's talk in person. Then I showed her test results from 2 years ago proving I was sterile. When she started crying and admitted she doesn't know who the real father was. So I'm at work Thursday morning sipping coffee when my phone buzzes. It's Madison. She texts, I'm 8 weeks pregnant. You're gonna be a dad whether you like it or not. Better start saving for child support. I just stared at it. We've been dating for a year, but pregnant? Not possible. 2 years ago, I had cancer. Beat it. But the treatment left me sterile. 0 sperm count. I never told Madison that part. I didn't think I needed to. Guess I was wrong. I texted, let's talk in person. She fires back, I'm keeping it. You're paying. I said, cool, come over tonight. She says she's bringing her sister as a witness. Perfect. I called my lawyer buddy Craig, told him everything. He said, record it. Don't sign a thing. 7 p.m. hits. Madison walks in with her sister Bethany, both grinning like they just won the lottery. Madison's even wearing a baby mama shirt. She starts lecturing me about how much I'll owe, how she might quit her job, how I'll do the right thing. I let her talk, then asked, when did we last sleep together? She rolls her eyes. Like 6 weeks ago. Why? Because you said you're 8 weeks pregnant. Her face twitched. I grabbed a folder, handed her my medical results. 3 tests, 2 labs, all saying the same thing. Sterile. She goes pale. Bethany screams, these are fake. I told her, call the clinics. Madison starts shaking. But I'm pregnant. Yeah, I said, just not by me. Then she breaks down. I don't even know who the father is, okay? Turns out she'd been sleeping with 2, maybe 3 other guys. I told her to get out. She screamed that I ruined her life and left. 2 days later, her mom shows up at my door calling me a coward. Said a real man would take care of her daughter. I said, a real man doesn't pay for another man's baby. Next day, Madison posts online that I abandoned my pregnant girlfriend, called me a deadbeat. Her friends jumped in, and then she launched a GoFundMe called Help a Single Mom Abandoned by Her Partner. I sent everything to Craig. He laughed, said, she just confessed to paternity fraud in public, but it got worse. Some dude named Tyler texts me like, stay away from Madison, I'm gonna be the dad. I said, congratulations. So you're admitting you slept with her while she was with me? He said, she told me you were on a break. Then another guy, Vince, messages me saying he might be the dad. It was like the world's worst episode of Maury. Madison keeps blowing up my phone, half crying, half threatening. Then she sends, let's see how people feel when they find out you're defective. Yeah, she called me defective because I survived cancer. A week later, she tries suing me, claiming I emotionally abused her by revealing I was sterile. Craig filed a countersuit for harassment and defamation. Then karma hit. Someone leaked Tyler's texts on her GoFundMe. People realized she cheated and tried to baby trap me. Comments flooded in. Refund everyone! She had to shut it down. Then Tyler and Vince started fighting on Facebook. Apparently there was a third guy, Brandon. His girlfriend exposed screenshots of Madison begging him to step up. It went viral fast. Madison's sister tried to defend her, but people dragged them both. Then Madison lost it completely. Showed up drunk at my apartment with her mom at 2 a.m., screaming in the parking lot that I owed her. Cops came, she punched one, got arrested. Her mom got arrested too. Craig added the footage to our case. Judge gave me a restraining order. Madison's lawsuit collapsed, but here's where it got wild. When she finally gave birth, the paternity tests came back, and none of the 3 guys were the dad. Not Tyler, not Vince, not Brandon. There was a 4th guy, a married dude from her gym named Curtis. His wife found out, went nuclear, and sued Madison for ruining her marriage. Curtis dumped her, signed away parental rights, and his wife took the money and left him. Madison got fired, broke, and had to move back with her parents. She emailed me begging for help just for the baby. Craig filed for contempt of court again. Now she's posting TikToks about escaping narcissistic abuse while her parents raise her kid. The comments, brutal. Everyone knows what she did. And that child support she promised I'd pay for 18 years? Yeah, not 1 cent.